Hello, this is wmpyr. I just saw a YouTube video from the classic TV show Kung Fu, starring David Carradine, who plays Kane, a Shaolin monk who is over here in the U.S. during the Wild Wild West period. And in this specific scene, it was Kane versus a ninja of all things. And I don't remember seeing this back in the day, but when I was a kid in the 80s in the US, I really liked watching Kung Fu. That was one of the TV shows that I really looked forward to, although a lot of it was kind of like past my understanding. And in this one, uh, just because the ninjas were so popular at that time in the 80s, I could just imagine if I had seen this fight scene, I would have been super excited about that. And looking back on it now, yes, the fight scene's like super dated. I think the information about the ninja and stuff is probably dated. Right away, like the ninja he's dressed up in his outfit and he's walking in the middle of the road, like where he's sticking out like a sore thumb, which um, already kind of like that's not probably how they would have done it. And then he reveals his face and stuff, and it's like, whoa, this is definitely not ninja-esque. But who knows? You could turn all of that around with proper reasoning and whatnot, where King could have been like, ninjas never reveal their face, and you did. That means you're ready to exchange your life here, or I don't know, something like that. But yeah, so all of that's kind of missing. Um, and anyway, he ends up killing the ninja, and Kane is a Shaolin monk, so he doesn't want to just kill things, even though he has the capability of it because he's super trained and super awesome at kung fu. And then he goes back to his master's teachings back at the Shaolin Temple when he was a kid, and he's remembering the lesson. And he looks up at the sunlight, and he's um, going through the lesson here. And that's the part that was appealing to me. Not so much the fight scene. The fight scene, like I said, it's outdated, but it was cool to see anyway. But the lesson there was basically, from my understanding, to put it real simple, was that um, the master was talking about, like, you're put in a situation where it's kill or be killed. And in that case, you don't have to choose kill. He was saying choose to protect your own life. And the result can be exactly the same, where you killed the other guy. But there's a difference, I guess, is what the teacher was saying. And once again, that's easy to understand, and it's just like, okay, cool. But I was reflecting that to martial arts, and I feel like it makes a big difference. And so one of the things I was thinking about is, like, definitely in your approach for self-defense, people want to collect lethal skills, lethal techniques, and that's the cool thing to do, and that's what's marketed a lot of times, and that's what people want. But would you rather have a very powerful weapon that can take a life, and you have to think about when to use it? And in a real life situation, you thinking about it makes you second guess yourself, and you're wasting valuable time because you're in a, let's say, in a self-defense situation, and you go, is this the right time? Is this okay for me to use this move, this technique, and I might possibly kill this other guy? That it's actually going against you, and you trying to have to figure things out in the heat of the moment. And you understand that if you do use it, that you could end up in very hot water, like very serious situation, where if you use it at the wrong time, you just ruined your life, kind of thing. Of course, you ruin the other person's life, but you ruin your own life as well, because there's consequences in real life. It's not just a movie where, you fought awesome and now you got to live with it and it's cool. No, you just ruined everything. Um, and yeah, but then if you have a system that's designed to protect you, and yeah, your techniques is not going to be like snap the guy's neck or take out his eyeball or like all this like lethal type um, stuff that's a crippling and permanent injury and leads to death. It's not like that. It can definitely seem weaker, but you don't have to second guess yourself. You could use it without even worrying twice about it. You go, well, I need to protect myself, so that's what I'm doing here. And in my case, because I have blades and stuff in my self-defense arsenal, I know that my skills and what my system, which kind of the theme we've been talking about recently, is my system is designed to protect me. If it ends up in a tragedy where I end up taking a life, I know that I was 100% protecting myself. Therefore, I don't have to question, and I don't have to go, whoa, did I? It would be 100% accidental. It would be 100% like I had no other choice and it ended up being that way. But my skills are designed to protect me, not to take a life, if that makes sense. Even if I'm using a lethal weapon, that is the way my system is designed. But I know that it's starting to get complex, so let me go back to like a more simpler approach, okay, and try to help shed some light real quick here without taking up too much time. So let's compare knives. We have a karambit knife. You guys probably know what a karambit knife is. That thing is designed to rip out the throat, tendons, ligaments, muscles, blood vessels. Yeah, that is designed to shred and completely dysfunction a human body, right? It's designed to destroy and take apart a human body. That's a karambit. Now compare that to this thing right here, Professor Bram Frank's knife. This is the drone, the trainer, but in the closed position, it is less than lethal. This will not rip out a person's throat or blood vessel and bleed them out to death. This is not going to do that like this, right? And so you have the karambit on one hand that is a lethal force. It could liquidate a person. And then you have something like this, which is less than lethal. But this, I don't have to second guess myself. I can use it. There's a lot more available in circumstances, in situations to use. That actually, because people will look at it and judge it and go, well, it's less than lethal. It's not as powerful. In a real life situation, I want something more powerful. But this more powerful also means more limited when you can use it. And it should be, because it's for very, very serious circumstances. This, for example, in a way is much more practical. It's much more effective because you could use it a lot more often. So that's something. I know goes against the grain. It is. I want you guys to think outside the box and think about it. Think about that kind of thing where what does it mean to be more practical? Because think of the times where you're actually going to be in a completely dangerous situation where it's, I got to kill this guy. I got to take out my gun, my knife, and I got to just murder this guy. Think about that situation. How often are you going to be in a situation like that? What does it take to be in a situation like that? What is a situation like that? And then think about other self-defense situations where you just need to, it is very dangerous, but you need to just fight out and get out of there and not take it into a lethal situation where it is life or death. It's just something to think about. That's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.